convention in 1984, when Pelosi was chair of the San Francisco Host Committee and Clinton was the wife of the up-and-coming governor of Arkansas. After Bill Clinton was elected president, they had occasionally clashed, notably over Hillary Clinton's decision to address the United Nations Conference on Women in Beijing in 1995. She was really against my going, Clinton told me. Pelosi argued it sent the wrong signal at a time when Chinese-American human rights activist Harry Wu had been arrested. But over the years, they had worked in concert on Democratic politics and policy, and Pelosi had long been an advocate for more women in public office. They shared a certain kinship. Both women were trailblazers who had been attacked and caricatured by their critics. In 2016, Nancy Pelosi was delighted by the prospect of turning over the most powerful woman mantle to a President Hillary Clinton. At the time, few knew that Pelosi was making plans for the 2016 election to be her valedictory. To be fair, some of those close to her questioned whether she actually would have followed through if Clinton had won. After 3 decades as a congresswoman from California, nearly half of that time as the leader of the House Democrats, Pelosi said she was getting ready to take a breath, dote on her 9 grandchildren, perhaps write her memoirs. At 76 years old, she was well past the retirement age for almost every workplace except Congress. Some friends thought she might cap her career with an appointment as the U.S. ambassador to Italy or the Vatican. With Hillary Clinton in the White House, Pelosi could be confident that the causes she had fought for would be protected, especially the Affordable Care Act that she had pushed through Congress against all odds. I have things to do, she would muse, books to write, places to go, grandchildren, first and foremost, to love. After Nancy Pelosi left the PBS studio, she dropped by the headquarters of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, or DCCC, dubbed the DCCC, on Capitol Hill, then joined a poll-watching party for big donors at Maryland Representative John Delaney's townhouse nearby. She was on her cell phone, tracking key House races, when she began to get an inkling about what was happening. She checked in with Pennsylvania Congressman Bob Brady, a big-city Paul in the mold of Pelosi's father, who had been a 3-term mayor of Baltimore. Brady had led the Philadelphia Democratic Organization for decades. He knew how to read elections. My dear friend and confidant, she called him. In their first conversation that night, he was upbeat. Democrats always needed a big edge from the Philadelphia vote to carry the state, and he assured her they would deliver it. In their second conversation, he struck a note of caution. "We're going to get our vote," he told her, "but there's still a lot coming in for the rest of the state that was not so good." He still thought the city vote could offset it, though. Then he called and said, "It's not going to happen here," Pelosi recalled, a conversation that took her breath away. She told me she wasn't ready to inform those around her that, in her judgment, the loss of the swing state of Pennsylvania meant the presidential election was over. But she did stop offering reassurances. I didn't deflect their concern by saying, "Don't worry, it's going to be okay," because it wasn't going to be okay. The blunt-spoken, gravelly-voiced Brady recalled the conversation for me, too. I told her in the city of Philadelphia, we turned out maybe the most we ever did, a 470,000 majority, he told me. But she was kind of pissed off at a couple other people in the state who hadn't delivered, including in the area around Pittsburgh. The ones in Allegheny County, they usually do 150, 130. Meaning a Democratic advantage of 150,000 or 130,000 votes needed to offset Republican areas of the state. They did like 80 or 90. She was pretty disturbed about that. Trump would carry Pennsylvania by less than a single percentage point, driven by turnout in small towns and rural areas and unexpected strength around industrial centers like Pittsburgh. His narrow victories in a trio of manufacturing states that Democrats had counted